Rivers run dry, dust spreads in the air. Two dark days, do you have a tear to spare? Make a promise, the world awaits. It's heavy just breathing through this debate. Don't be scared if the weight paralyzes your state at the gate. No, it's a lot to take in. It's designed to know when, don't wait. Don't be scared when the weight paralyzes your state at the gate.
welcome to your Thursday. I'm your host, Mr. J, aka the Joker. Well, do we have a stream for you today? Up and to the right, Hexicans. It's a little bit of a different stream because today we welcome Mr. JLeon Love. Make sure you go ahead and hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel below. If you're one of the thousands that are watching at home, you know, after the stream, make sure you comment down below what exactly you like about the stream. Hexicans, this is your ticket to virality. Because it's people like JLeon who got our fucking back. Now sit back, grab your fucking popcorn and your little drinkies. We got a hell of a show tonight. It's been 3 weeks since I was able to stream. But ladies and gentlemen, I don't think you understand the type of greatness that will be bestowed upon us. Because we're not just racing cars, we're also making sure we got the heavy hitters on our side. Well, what a great audience I have today. I wonder how many of you are actually here. Oh, look at that, 170 of you. Oh, it's a lot more than I expected. Anyway, before we get into it, we're gonna make sure we visit our green candle. But hold on. Green candle time. Green candle time. Let's do the green candle. Here we go. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is a tradition that I have on this channel and during our show. And what this tradition is we like to manifest things that happen in Hex. Now, if you're not familiar with the channel, I want you to get on your knees and pray to this frickin' thing. Because we understand that Hex always goes up and to the right. We understand, even though we're getting these little corrections, it doesn't matter. If you zoom out just a little bit, you'll understand what I mean. You see, it's efforts that Discourse Syndicate is doing. RG3 going out of his way to make things happen for you Hexicans. And of course, people like Mr. JLeon Love, who you will get to meet here in just a little bit. He will be here to show you exactly why he came into X. He will let you know what the overall climate is around the boxing community that have a lot of money, by the way. So those are really good places to be, especially that he's front and center when he's fighting in the Jake Paul card, you know? So guess what? Your manifestation, you supporting these streams, it turns out that you put this green candle in our favor. Oh yeah. This green candle will forever bless what we do. Yeah, you got that right. This here is in our court. We don't need no Elon Musk or Dogecoin. We don't need that, no. You see, what we have is we have Richard Hart. We have Discourse Syndicate. We have RG3 going out doing business for us. We have the pro football players. And now it seems that we have the pro boxers. So if you have some time, take a moment and think to yourself, what exactly are you in? Because this here is the best financial product that you will ever be a part of. PulseChain is the best financial project you will be a part of. And PLSX will be the best swapping site token you will ever be a part of. Now, one thing is for sure, this green candle does not just go into Hex. It's a green candle that doesn't just go into PulseChain. It's also going into PLSX. And there's an element that you're not understanding. Discourse Syndicate is also going up and to the right. You heard it here first, folks. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and leave this green candle. Frickin' love you guys. It's gonna be real good. It's gonna be real good. All right, party time. I'm gonna get you out of your seats. It's time to get up out of your seats and show love to Hex.
Scams, I have to change my username and don't ever send
Get up!
imposters
Get up!
Don't ever send money to imposters everywhere, Brack. That's fucked up, right? But I'm out there actually making an effort trying to stop.
Let's go, baby. Let's go!
That Richard, yeah, he's a scammer.
Listen to the lyrics!
Scam, nobody really cares. We can tell you the only one that ain't prepared. Oh yes, I'ma be a millionaire. 5, a couple trillion shares. Oh no, I ain't getting wrecked again. Richard Hart, he got us set to win. We're a family, we all the best of friends. We ain't a cult, man, just call us Hexicans.
Ladies and gentlemen, take the time to go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Make sure you like it, share it out, let everybody know where to find us.
Lambo, new crib, model wife, cash and chain. Look no further at your final destination. Don't be complacent.
This song is for Freddie Quotes.
Choose the best, leave the rest.
If you didn't go ahead and sub to him, make sure you follow that man as well. But listen to this.
Call it a scam, nobody really cares. We can tell you the only one that ain't prepared. Oh yes, I'ma be a millionaire. 5, a couple trillion shares. Oh no, I ain't getting wrecked again. Richard Hart, he got us set to win. We're a family, we all the best of friends. We ain't a cult, man, just call us Hexicans. Your investments are safe, it's got defenses. Immutable contracts.
Ladies and gentlemen,
that pays trustless
Discourse
interest.
Syndicate is
I
doing
don't
great
understand why
things.
Everybody is hating. Hex is capped at 3.69 inflation. Share the
By the way, look at the director of ops right in front of you.
Interest that gets paid to the stakers. Always do your own research. Don't listen to me though. It's complete. It can't be changed. Hex is finito. Call it a scam. Nobody really cares. We can tell you the only one that ain't prepared. Oh yes, I'ma be a millionaire. 5, a couple trillion shares. Oh no, I ain't getting wrecked again. Richard Hart, he got us set to win. We're a family, we all the best of friends. We ain't a cult, man, just call us Hexicans. The game has changed. Ain't
Everybody
no
in
going
this
back
chat right now, if you're a Hexican, let me get Quattro Cinco in the chat for being a Quattro Cinco stinker.
Entire Hex family an apology and stay sober. Cash out, the game's over. Hex is here for the market cap takeover. Buckle up, we about to be full throttle with multiple audits where we get paid to hodl. We got the game smothered, sisters and brothers, with no expectation of the work from others. It's complicated, I know that there's a lot to this. For your daily Hex updates, tune to Hexologists.
Let's go, Hexologists!
Like nothing that you ever been through, so sit back, relax, and enjoy the pumpamentals. If you like what you hear by now, stake twice. Just remember, yo, this ain't financial advice. Call Call it a scam, nobody really cares. We can tell you the only one that ain't prepared. Oh yes, I'ma be a millionaire. 5, 5, 5, 5, a couple trillion shares. Oh no, I ain't getting wrecked again. Richard Hart, he got us set to win. We're a family, we all the best of friends. We ain't a cult, man, just call us Hexicans.
I absolutely, positively love that freaking song. No Hexican can sit there and tell me you didn't like that song. All right, here we go. Thank you for dancing with me. Oh, what happened? Hold on. Things are breaking. Here we go. Let me go to see who's in my freaking chat. Scrolling up, because all y'all motherfuckers always want to be talking about something. Let me go ahead and pop this sucker out right here. All right. Let's see all those Cuatro Cincos, baby. Yo, what's up? RTHKO, how you doing? Nick Mattis. What's going on? Digital Substance, welcome. Jimmy Lamb. How you doing? Hexy Quinn. Captain RG3 in the chat. Welcome, Captain. Yo, Aaron Hungate, welcome. Hex Pulse Bass, triple sevens. I like you. Just do what you do. Sacrifice 1,500 on stream. You remember that, right? Absolutely. Yo, Hex Machina. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Mel V. Tony, smash the likes indeed. Please do so. What's up, Jennifer Miller, my Hex villain? How you doing? Good to see you. Crypto Surfer 369. Giant bull flag. The Joker green candle usually persists. Stick around for that. There he is. Arr! Yo, Hex Willa, welcome. Canadian Witch. How you doing, Dingo Wolf? By the way, a little announcement for Canadian Witch. She is going to be streaming on my channel doing diamond dot paintings for Hexicans. Another spin on Hex. Yo, Senkai Mindset, how you doing? Yo, inviting freedom, Hex villains rise. Indeed we do. Never forget that. Yo, Hexy Cajun. TYRH. You want me to play that? You know I'm gonna play it during the stream, right? TYRH. Yo, Hex Toys. Yo, what's up, Psy? Boom. By the way, if you're not into, or if you are into NFTs, go check out Hex Toys. Hex Toys NFTs are always something that I liked. He has RG3, he has Hexologist, he has Richard Hart in all kinds of different ways, and hopefully one day he'll have me. I would like an NFT of me, come on. What's up, Psy? Best NFTs in the space. Digital Substance, welcome, 369 indeed. Dan Smith. Hit the frickin' likes. Oh man, everything's like breaking. All the Cuatro Cincos, hello there. Yes, Whaley, MT Koida. How you doing, Spike? Crypto Tina. Hello there, Hex Noob. What's going on, Davis? Jimmy Land. Good to see all of you. Thank you very much for being awesome. Let's go ahead and turn that sucker back on. All right, hold up. Let's go ahead and lower the music just a little bit, because I'm gonna do a nice little introduction for the star of the show, and that's not me today. I'm not the star. Okay, I'm not the star. Today is a different person. Now I know you probably, hey, a little introduction of what's going on here. I understand that all of you guys saw Richard Hart's tweet. All you Hexicans out there were really excited to see this man repping the Hex.com hat. Amazing. When he went to go fight on the undercard of the Jake Paul fight. And yeah, it's with great pleasure to introduce this awesome person. Let me go ahead and make sure my sound is right so you can hear him. I don't want to mess this up. It's like my first time ever live streaming, right? All right, lower there, higher here.
Kid in class broke both of his arms, like in 5th grade. Oh.
So they could hear you now.
Oh, hey.
Enter stage right, Hexy Quinn and JLeon Love, bro. Welcome to the stream. Good to see you, man. It's about time, right?
You as well, man.
Dude, I wanted to do this 2 weeks ago, and like the planets and the stars were like, bro, no, go to bed.
It's like that. Sometimes it works that way.
Yeah, for sure. Let me make you louder here so they can hear you.
Okay.
So a little housekeeping items for the live stream of all the people in the chat. First and foremost, you know that I usually look at the chat. I'm probably not going to look too much at you because I'm going to have this conversation with this man. You know, he came in here as a legend to all Hexicans. By the way, that was awesome what you did with the Hex.com hat. Bro,
yeah.
I follow the YouTube boxing, and when I saw that live, I was like, whoa. Where did that come from, bro? So housekeeping items. We'll address you in segments. We'll allow you to go ahead and ask questions and all that good stuff during that time. Let me see. I'm like reading my itinerary. I'm so like unorganized. And then of course there'll be future interviews because I know JLeon, you have something scheduled later on with RG.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right. So this is not your only opportunity to meet Mr. JLeon right here. You have other times. Yeah. All right. So you guys want to start?
Let's get it. It's on you. Let's get it.
Cool. All right. So a little bit about me. In the beginning, I reached out to you. I am the ops director of Discord Syndicate. I have a background in engineering psychology. I work for the U.S. Army, aside from Discord Syndicate. So, I've been live streaming for 4 years. It's been a freaking crazy place, man. And I'm sure you know the horror stories of what content creation could be. Because it gets rough out there with the trolls and stuff. But yep, that's me. Been doing this for a while. I know I look like a clown. But that's just, eyeballs, bro. For sure. It's the hustle.
I like it. I like it a lot, man. I like it.
Well, you know who inspired me? Have you ever heard of Dr. Disrespect?
No.
So he's a live streamer that does gaming content that has like this kind of persona to him.
You know what? I think I do know what you're talking about. Yes, I think I do. Yeah.
Yeah, he's a big inspiration to me. Just by his way of doing things, and that's kind of how I modeled my streams after. So
okay, cool. That's dope.
So Hexy, go ahead and give him your rundown of who you are.
I already did that. You're gonna make me do that again?
Well, we gotta do it live.
I'm Hexy Quinn, co-host, Laughing Podcast. How long have I've been a Hexican since probably about last June, and just found this community and fell in love, and it's been a roller coaster ever since. Just riding it.
Yeah, that's cool.
Well, I got into X. I was actually live streaming on a different platform, and I was rated by the Hexologist, and I was like, "Who are all these people?" and they're like, "Yo, check this thing out!" And I'm like, "What the hell is this thing?" and they told me all about it live, and I was like, "Wow, that's really cool." So, all right, so JLeon, let everyone know who you are.
Yeah, I'm JLeon Love. professional fighter. 25-3 is my record. I am now a new member of the Hexi clan, Hexicans, or whatever you want to call it. Yeah, I'm very big. If you don't notice, I wake up every day or every few days and I always say, "What the hex?" You know, because I'm a believer in everything that's been built around this, and I love it. I love the community, which is so dope. You guys embrace me so much. So it's super cool, man. And I'm down for the ride, just like everybody else.
That's good, man. That's good. I'm glad that you came aboard and you've seen the light in Hex, man.
Yeah.
Hex has been something that has empowered and enriched so many different people. And one of the best things you can do is onboard someone to a legitimate financial product like Hex. You know, and by you wearing that Hex hat, you have done so many different great things. And I don't like some things that need highlighting that you've done. So so the demographic that watches Jake Paul and that you know, the YouTube boxing, you know, they're all younger people, right? A lot of them are just getting into the limelight of boxing, and one of the cool parts about that is, you know, it revived, Jake Paul revived the boxing community, right, into what they are today. And these new people is what boxing needed, you know. And by wearing that hat, you not only were, I mean, in an event where they're now getting acclimated to boxing, you have now showed them what a real financial product is. So they're the next generation. So you're technically setting up your kids for success.
Oh yeah, for sure. That's the plan. That's the plan for sure, 100%.
It's really marvelous how that came to bout, man. So what made you want to wear that hat?
Man, so I won't say his name, you know, but I have some friends who are also Hexicans and PulseChain investors as well. So you know, we were just sitting down talking. I'm into the crypto world just like most of the people, you know, and so it's kind of crazy, right? Because I was always on like TikTok scrolling, and I would see this Richard Hart guy, and he was such a boss. Like how he was a boss. Like everything he talked about, Ethereum, you know, his predictions, where this would go, where that would go, you know, and tell him, yo, if you just do this, and it was real calm and sleek the way he does it, you know. He was like, you know, just anything, yo, that's gonna drop to this number, or this gonna, you know what I mean? I started following him. And then it was kind of crazy. This particular person was just like, "Yo, I think you should become part of this. You know, like you really should, Jay. It's a dope, you know, concept. It's a dope platform. It's a dope, you know, this cryptocurrency is everything. You know, staking, all this. This is what you need to do. You know what I mean?" And he was like, you know, I didn't really know what sacrifice was when I first, you know what I mean? He was like, yo, you know, I was a big Ethereum guy because that's what, you know, that's what I was big in Ethereum. I was putting so much money into Ethereum. So, man, you need to sacrifice your Ethereum, man. Like, you know what I mean?
Facts.
I'm like, what? Yeah. And these are the things he was saying to me, and so I'm like, yo, but he knows the game more than me. He's been in it longer. So, you know, I took those steps, and I'm glad I did.
So you sacrificed for PulseChain?
100%.
Nice, bro. That's what I'm talking about, bro. Yo, PulseChain is the future of crypto, man.
For sure. I believe that, truly.
It's so insane because, like, we know that Ethereum is a broken system just because of what the gas fees and whatnot. Even with the NFT market, and it's just it's really like wrecking people's bags. I mean, I got stakes that I gotta unstake for like $500, and I'm like, what the pipple flap, you know, like but like PulseChain is moving from a proof of work system to a proof of stake system and PulseChain, right? So that's what Richard Hart is doing, and he often says that PulseChain is the new gas station that opened up across the street because the first gas station is full. You know, you heard him say that, right? Yeah. He says it all the time. So like that's what PulseChain is, and if we just follow the flow, bro, I'm telling you, man, like this is this is gonna be the most, like, probably the best thing you've ever done, man.
I truly believe that. Yeah, for sure. I think that you know, it's just the beginning, obviously. You know, just be patient. I would tell anybody, just be patient, but it's coming. You know, our time is coming for sure. Yeah.
So, bro, you get me excited right now.
Yeah.
Yo, bro, 2 months. I'm hearing it's about like a month and a half to 2 months that PulseChain is gonna release. But it's not verified. No one, you know,
Yeah.
But he said a couple of months. That's what Richard Hart said.
For sure. Yeah.
But once that happens, man, life is gonna change for so many people, and it's good for, like, you know, somebody like yourself and Discourse Syndicate, myself, to kind of like start mending this or understanding what's happening here, and to come together as like a force to kind of like promote the message and enrich people and empower people. Because you know as much as I do, and as much as Quinn does here, that Richard Hart, he's not doing this for the money. He's doing this because this is like, he wants to be in the glory, right?
Yeah, he's doing it to win. He's not gonna fail.
No,
I want to be on his team.
That's right.
Definitely about winning for sure.
That's right. It's all about winning. It's all about, you know, not scamming people, but enriching enriching people. So that's the best part about this whole situation, is like, you know that he's not like that, right? And the more that you watch him, the more you understand that. And then you got these other like plebs out there that are like talking crap about his name, and it's like, what do you mean he's a scammer? Just because you don't like that they called you a, you know, F-face or whatever?
Yeah,
like,
right.
And that's the thing, like, but people like yourself who go in front of such a large audience and promote the good word of Hex and PulseChain and PLSX, you are helping so many people. It's because, you know, crypto is like 90% scams.
Oh yeah,
Probably even more. Right? So you're showing him that glory, right? But all right.
Go ahead, I'm with you.
Yeah, so I was gonna just before we dive deep into Hex and PulseChain and everything, I just want people to know, like, just a bit about your history. Like, what did you do before boxing?
Yeah. I grew up in Detroit, Michigan, man. You know, that's all I ever did was box. I never knew how far it would take me in the world. I just believed in myself, and I just kept at it, you know. It's been a crazy journey. It's been a great journey. That's one thing I can say for sure. I've been blessed in many ways. And so, yeah, I'm here now. And, you know, it seems like my life is kind of crazy because you never know where I would be and what I'll be doing. And then, you know, I get a call and I'm training Jake Paul, you know, who I didn't know much about in the beginning. And now we're best friends, and you know, I'm glad to help him in his journey and what he's doing. And, you know, I definitely talked to him about Hex and PulseChain for sure. So, you know, I know people be like, oh, yeah, I know. I'm like, Jake, listen, man. And I'm always putting him on to Richard and more. And
has he watched Richard, or?
I'm sure he has. I'm sure he has plenty of times. Yeah.
That's awesome.
See Jake kicking it.
Yeah. Yeah. And I feel that because, I mean, I don't know Richard, but he seems cool. He's pretty swaggy. I like that too. You know what I mean? He's a swagged out guy. I watch his interviews. I watch him. You know what I'm saying? I know that if he hung out with us, he would have a good time. If we hung out with him, we'd have a good time.
Hell yeah, bro! Richard Hart is like, he's that dude. Like, he can get along with anyone.
Yeah,
and
I believe that.
Like, you guys can rock out with your watches, and you know what I mean? Like, so
shit. He can talk shit with the best of them.
No, for sure. No doubt.
Friends.
Yeah.
So I saw a picture of you with Floyd, and you were rocking a watch. You got some Rolex? You got some flavors?
Yeah, I have a couple APs, a couple Rollies, two Frank Muellers, a Cartier. I have a nice little collection of watches, some jewelry. Yeah, I've been around Floyd since I was a kid, man. I told you my journey has been crazy, but Floyd has helped and blessed me in my career, my boxing career, so much, you know.
I saw him ringside. He was ringside with you. Yeah.
Oh yeah, stamped me, pushed me. You know, obviously that's like in the boxing, that's your biggest motivation is, you know, one of the greatest to ever do it, and that's Floyd Mayweather.
That's right.
So yeah,
I've been blessed. Bro.
Yeah.
I love Floyd, man.
Yeah. So and then just I try to remain myself through it all, but and remain humble. You know what I mean, and know where I come from. But this lifestyle is
crazy,
definitely different. You know what I mean? You can definitely get caught up in it. But yeah, man, that's it. And it's not too much about me. I'm really straightforward. I'm a cool guy. I'm just, I'm trying to build just as if you would be building or anybody else.
Yeah.
So to me, it's never enough. So if it's Hex or PulseChain and it's the future of what we're trying to do and be great, then I'm down.
Facts, man. So
that's
true.
just what it's about, just trying to be great. And I'm not doing it only for myself. It's the future of my children, their future, and more. So that's all I'm about, man. That's what I feel like I'm on this earth to do for my family. So yeah.
That's so true, and that's a very noble thing to say. A lot of people will get caught up in that lifestyle and party and do really reckless things, but you're doing it for a very noble cause. And like you said, like your hunger is so, like, it's existent, it's there, right? And it's interesting you're saying that, because Richard Hart had an interview the other day, and he actually spoke in terms of like a black hole inside that you just can't fill. So it's like you have this hunger and this desire, and it's like you want to keep doing, you want to keep on building, you want to, the hunger still remains, even if you got the Rolexes, you got all the, all the Lambos and whatever.
Yeah.
What's next, right? So
it's definitely I call it a taste, right? I got a taste, and now I want more. You had that. I don't know if you've ever bitten to a bite of food or a piece of candy, and it just wasn't enough. You wanted another one, or you wanted, I need that again.
Well, that's where the marketing term comes from. Once you pop, you can't stop.
100%.
I mean, hey, it's true. It's so true. But I understand that hustle, man. Like it's, I never am a complacent person either, man. Like I need to keep on building. And one of my main motivations is to enrich and empower people, just like Richard and people like what you're doing too. That to me just motivates me to just say, you know what? We need to collectively work together to, spread the good word of Hex and change finance.
Sure.
That's really it. And this way we all can eat, we all can come together and better humanity as a whole. Hexicans have a very specific responsibility. When you're enriched, and a lot of Hexicans are like this, by the way. When you're enriched and you have all this money and you're like, what, I got all this money, what am I going to do with it, right? Sure, you got people flashing Rolexes or whatnot, but after a while, they're like, what can I do to pass it forward? And that's overwhelmingly, that's like exactly how they all act. We just scored a NASCAR sponsorship.
Congrats for that. I definitely saw that.
Yeah, it was Motley the investor and a couple of others who were in charge of that, and they went out and they got it done, And now through NASCAR, we get like 30 million eyes or whatever on our NASCAR. That's going to now also have the opportunities that we had, right?
Sure.
But I think we should also do the same for PulseChain and PLSX when it comes out, because that too is going to change all of cryptocurrency.
Oh yeah, without a doubt. I'm with you on that, and whatever I can do to help, I'm down. I think the more we work at it, the more we push this, the bigger it'll be. Who can stop you? First off, when you got a community like this, who can stop you? I live like that. Who can stop you?
They're trying to stop us. They're gatekeeping.
It's not enough. We always say that it's not enough. We always say that in our when we go out and get ready to prepare to fight. We always say, no matter what they have in place, it's not enough to stop it.
Facts, bro.
Get ready.
That's right. And they trying, but look, you know what? There's a lot of money in Hex, like a lot. Billions of dollars, as you've seen. Were sacrificed for PLSX. A lot, about the same, or maybe a little less, but was sacrificed for PulseChain. And I mean, even $27 million being raised for the Sense Foundation, it just shows the amount of financial energy that we have in our community. And you're absolutely right in saying that, like, once we vibe together and we work as a single solitary unit, we will 110% prevail over the rest, and that is what makes the Hex community great.
Yeah, we're elite. We're elite.
It's so
That's what
true.
it is.
And you're always asking, like, what can I do to help? Just stick with us.
Yeah.
In Discord Syndicate, what we are doing, bro, like, there's so much that you can do with us to help this cause. And of course, you know, out of everything, right? I mean, there's a business element to it as well. But, you know, as we do progress, a lot of people are going to like what you do. And of course, it will enrich all of us, you know.
Sure, without a doubt. Well, I'm here for the long run, man. I've never done anything for anything short. You know, I'm a loyal person. That's what's gotten me there. So yeah, I'm down for the long haul. If we gotta go to war, we can go to war. I'm always ready for that.
Yes.
And yeah, let's get it. You know what I mean? I'm here on this train, and you know, I'm a passenger just like you guys. I'm not conducting anything. I'm just doing my part as a Hexican. You know what I mean? And that's it. Let's get it.
Yeah, I mean, well, I understand your world a little bit. I've done some combative sports in my past when I was a kid and in my young adulthood, and also in the Army. You know, I served as a 31 Bravo military police officer back probably almost 8 years ago.
Well, look, we appreciate you more than anything.
Oh, thank you, man. I really appreciate that. Because I'm doing things to empower our troops now in my current job. So I got to do what I can to keep us safe. But aside from that, I did have a background in combative sports, more K1 kickboxing and Muay Thai, really. Yeah, and so I understand being a fighter, right? I understand fighting adversity, right? Having the discipline that you have, it's more valuable than you know, man. You know, there are people out there that don't have even an inch of that kind of discipline. And we need more of that to pave the way for us Hexicans, right? Because some people don't know how to, like, act, right? Yeah. But when they have people like yourself who has this energy and that drive to help and to pass the buck forward, it sets an example, you know? And I know that we certainly need that. So aside from doing the streams and being there for Discord Syndicate, you know, when you do tweet about stuff, you know, Hexicans need to hear that, you know? Yeah, for sure. Well, like I said, I'm here. You know what I mean? This is just the beginning. We got more fights coming up. I'm going to promote more. You know, we're going to keep it going, man. Like I said, I'm in it. If we're a family, I'm going to do my part to help the family. You feel me? So that's what we're doing. Facts, bro. God, dude, you're preaching like, I love it. We're
awesome.
Yeah. So let me ask you, I guess pivoting back to your boxing career, when you got into professional boxing, like, what was it like? It was like being drafted into the NBA, you know, or the NFL. You know, because you go through, I went through so many years of the amateurs not being paid and, you know, all that thing. But the goal was to become a professional fighter, make it to the big scene, win belts, you know, pay-per-view, you know, the Las Vegas and the lights, the whole, you know, everything that you watch coming up, the Mike Tysons, the Holyfields, all the guys that I've watched come up. And then now I'm taking the same journey. Every journey is different, but I'm taking a particular journey that's similar to most. And I prevailed. I made it very far. I've done a lot. I accomplished a lot. And so, yeah, man, I felt like, you know, when I watched the draft and these young guys that been, you know, having this dream for so long, it's finally coming true, and it's, you know, it's there, and their families are able to witness it. That's how it feels. It's kind of like the same thing. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I hear all the time, and as a matter of fact, speaking about Jake Paul, I remember when he first started his venture into amateur boxing and then professional boxing. But he started off fighting another YouTuber by the name of Deji. And I recall when he went into the ring, he mentioned that there is this like nervousness as like when you first get into like such a big ring with all the lights and whatnot. And that's something that only experience can help you get through. How was that for you on your first fight? Oh, same, man. I was scared. Like, all these years of fighting as tough as I am, I was a scared little boy. You know what I mean? Like,
I was looking for my mom. I couldn't see her in the crowd. I was, you know what I mean? It was so many lights. I'm in this big casino with all these people chanting. You know, people are with you, people are against you. So it was boxing it's all about you. It's not a timeout. Oh, I hurt my ankle. You know, somebody can come in and substitute for me. It's all on me. So yeah, man. And back to Jake Paul, you know, he didn't have the experience that we had. You know, so this dude is going off straight grit. You know, people throw the title YouTuber, but you know, to have what he have and to do what he's done so far, whether you want to lower his whatever you want to lower for his competition or whatever, to get in that ring and put your life on the line, because it just takes one punch.
Yep.
You know, to end it all. You know, to get out there and to perform up under those lights in front of the millions of people watching and thousands of people in the arena, that's a lot. You know,
big time. Yeah,
it's a lot. So this kid is doing it, and I know what he's going through because I was there.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So, you know, that's why we make such a good team, because, you know, I'm able to coach him through those situations. Like, yo, you know, it's just another day in the gym. It's just more people watching, and it counts this time. So, you know what I mean? Like, just to coach him through it, and he's a great listener. This kid, you know, he was successful before this. So to
he didn't have to do this.
See him, man, this kid could be on a yacht, chilling somewhere, and, you know, not getting hit in the face or whatever. You know what I mean? But
he's doing it for the glory.
He's doing it for the glory, and he loves the challenge. He loves the naysayers, just like Hexicans. We love them. We love the haters. We love everything. We absorb it. You know, it fuels the fire. So that's what he lives off of. You know what I mean? And yeah, it's kind of the same. I think that's just a fighter. You know, he's from the Midwest, like I am. I'm Michigan. He's from Ohio. So you know what I mean? Yeah, he has that grit, and we all have that grit.
Facts. That's so true.
Yeah.
I mean, like you know, we mentioned earlier, man. Fighting is you know, you got your regular stamina, and then you got like fight stamina. Like there is, you can run on a treadmill for hours, you can run outside for hours, but as soon as you start getting hit in the gut,
oh yeah,
that's
definitely different, way different.
It goes away.
You start thinking about life way different. Why not do it?
You know,
I could have did something else.
Yeah. I mean, I used to talk a lot, like when I would like spar and compete like amateur. So I would talk just so I could be like, just getting through it.
Yeah.
You know? And I see some UFC fighters doing the same thing whenever like they're fighting and stuff. They'll like talk to each other like, "Oh God, that hurt," and then they would like laugh or something in the ring. But really, it's cynical. It's like you're trying to get through it, right? And a lot of people like to look at the clock a lot when they're fighting, because it's like, when is this over? When I gotta sit down again?
Man, listen, it's sometimes I've been out of fight. I done walked out of fights, and man, you know, it's an after party, it's this, it's that. I'm like, man, I'm not doing none of that. I just want to sit down and just chill.
Like, I'm tired.
Yeah, I'm not prepared to do any of that. Yeah.
Well, did you ever go into championship rounds, like a 12-rounder?
Yeah, I have before, yes.
How was that for you?
It was definitely a great experience. I fought for the WBA. Yeah, it was a great experience. I think I was knocked down that fight, got up and still won. So yeah, again, I didn't choose boxing. Boxing chose me. You know, I always say that. You gotta have just a different bloodline or a different. You know, we're a little crazy some kind of way, right? To box, but. Right. You know, I just love the sport so much, man. You know, I would if I could play basketball or football, I would turn them down just to box.
Right. Yeah. I mean, it speaks a lot about your character. I mean, like anyone who's willing to get in there and to risk their lives like that. I mean, it's not easy. You know, I understand the human brain a lot. I mean, like I said, I'm an engineering psychologist. I have colleagues that speak about like injuries and whatnot to soldiers who suffer in like combat or something. And your brain is literally swimming in its own fluid, right? So it's free. So any type of impact, your brain is sloshing inside. So it's like hitting on both sides of your skull, and it could really do damage. So it's good for, you know, like somebody who's experienced to take the proper precautions to block and evade. You know, so all power to you, man. To do that in the light of entertainment and the sport of boxing, man. You know, that says a lot.
Thank you.
So, as far as your opponents go, do you have a toughest?
Everybody's tough. There is no, everybody's tough. I've been hit in every fight. You know what I mean? So it's like there are some more than others. Marco Parabon. My fight before last, I fought David Benavidez for the WBC. I lost. He's such a talented fighter, such a big fighter.
Wow.
Kid is huge. And I was up for the challenge. The better man won, which was him. But yeah, like every fight that I lost, which is 3, I've won a lot too.
Well, I see your amateur career is like 115 or something like that.
Yeah.
God
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's kind of hard to say, man. I had, amateur fights that were super tough as well. You know what I mean? I had gym sparring that was tough. Like everything is tough about boxing, so it's kind of hard to pull one particular person. But yeah.
Yeah, for sure. So, have you? Are you Cuatro Cinco staked?
No.
Oh, we gotta get you to it, bro. Come on, get at least one bit.
No, put me on, please.
Challenge.
There you go. So you know what a Cuatro Cinco steak is?
No.
So there's a club in the Hexicans that's called the Cuatro Cinco Club. The max amount of days that you're able to stake for is 5,555 days.
Okay.
So that's as far as you can go out. So you're literally Hail Marying your stakes.
Yeah.
But that's supposed to give you the biggest payout because longer pays better.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, got it.
So, a lot of Hexicans love they're called Cuatro Cinco Hexicans because it's kind of like a status amongst Hexicans.
Okay.
So when you do your first...
Well, can I get an invitation to the club?
Bro, as soon as you stake for a Cuatro Cinco, you're in.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it's Cuatro Cinco Seis, right?
Right.
5,555.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. Yeah, I'm down.
That's
yeah,
how many
100%.
days.
There you go. So when you do make your Cuatro Cinco stake, take like a screen grab that it's been completed, post it on Twitter, and be like, I'm part of the Cuatro Cinco Club. And
all right, cool, no problem.
Everyone's gonna love it.
I'm gonna get it done, 100%.
Everybody will go crazy.
That's dope.
Lose their fucking minds.
Yeah.
That's dope. Yes, I'm glad you told me about it. Yes.
Hell yeah, bro. That's cool. So, does the boxing community know about Hex?
I think the boxing community is now just really catching on. Everybody's not into crypto. A lot of people are late, and it sucks that it's that way. But anybody that I deal with in the boxing community, that's all I talk about.
Nice.
So my guys, my team, my friends, my teammates, for sure know about it. Yes.
Awesome. Good to know that.
And I have a few that I have to show how to swap out or whatever that what I mean, to get some Hex. So yeah, and PulseChain. So yeah, I have to we gotta have a call in a couple of days. A lot of guys are traveling to move around, but yeah, we're gonna get it done. So you'll have more boxers for sure.
Sweet, man. Look, they're always welcome to come on stream and show who exactly they are. Especially here on Discord Syndicate, and if they want to participate in any way, they have the opportunity to do
I'm
so.
making them, bro. If you're gonna be my friend, I'm making you.
Let's go, baby.
Yeah.
Love it.
So yeah, that's another thing you're doing to help the community out. And of course, like I said, if you want to come on here or with RG3 or whoever, we welcome the boxers to come in because it's a really good market to be a part of.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of, as you know, there's a lot of money in boxing.
Oh yeah, it is.
So
it definitely is.
It's good to have that kind of financial energy come into the space and help us become viral.
Yep. Well, I'm gonna do that. Let's get it.
Nice. So as far as Floyd Mayweather goes, we know that he loves crypto. I've seen him all about crypto. As a matter of fact, I followed Floyd so long ago. When he first started his venture into crypto, and he was super excited about it. So do you think Floyd would like PulseChain, PulseX, or Hex, or all?
Maybe he's already a Hexican.
Oh, he could be. I'm a mention it to him and see. me and him have been like on two different sides of the world. So when I bump into him, I have to go back to Vegas and we'll bump into each other, and I'm gonna chop it up with him about it. But I would say all. I would say all for sure.
Because we're right now at this point, we're in the midst of the Pulse X sacrifice. I'm sure you're aware.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So that is still going on, and it would be a really good opportunity for Floyd to get in and you know, do a lot with his bags.
Yeah.
You know.
Why not, right? Turn money into more money. Let's do it.
Because I saw he was at the Bitcoin convention at one point, and he was speaking to the Bitcoiners. Like, this here is where it's at, you know. Bitcoin is a bit of a dinosaur, you know what I mean? But
yeah.
it already reached its like peaks and whatnot. But Hex and PulseChain and PLSX is the new kid on the block, you know.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he knows who Richard is as well. I'm like I said, man. Floyd is up to date on a lot of different things, but you know, Richard Harden has been everywhere. He's growing every day. His word, his message is getting out further and further. And I'm sure Floyd has heard about him. So, you know, the more people that walk up and say, hey, Floyd, look, this is what you need to jump into. Look, check this out. It'll happen.
Yeah. I'm sure that he will. As soon as he sees, like, who Richard Hart is, how he does it differently. Because, you know, Floyd's all about that money.
Yeah, no, for sure.
The money team.
And, you know, 100%. No, and then, like I said, Rich, he stands out. He's fly. You know, he's a fly guy. So, he for sure, who is this guy? Oh, okay, let's check him out.
See, that's what I'm talking about, man. Like, greatness recognizes greatness, you know? And
sure.
I'm so happy that you're in this space and you're there as a voice for the Hexicans, because someone like Floyd Mayweather, you know, he's very busy, right? And even though he's into crypto and stuff like that, there could have been a chance that he just overlooked it, right? But you're there saying, like, hey, Floyd, check this out, bro. Like, this is where it's at.
No, for sure. And I'm going to do it more and more. And Floyd is not just the only person I know, so I'm going to get much more people involved, I promise.
So
that's my duty.
That's so dope. That's so sick. I love it. I'm loving it.
So you know that there's a duplicate of your Hex coming on the PulseChain side, right?
No.
Bro, thank you for coming on stream. I got you, bro. I freaking got you, bro.
Yes.
Oh,
listen to this.
Check it out.
Yes! PulseChain, right?
Uh-huh.
As it is, you know, doing things like Ethereum, is a hard fork of Ethereum. It is a proof of stake like Ethereum. Oh, no, not like Ethereum. Sorry. Better than Ethereum. PulseChain is doing the listen. PulseChain is doing the world's largest airdrop in all of cryptocurrency.
I've been reading about this.
And
did you hear it?
I didn't. I just read a little bit of it about the airdrop. But go ahead.
So, PulseChain is duplicating almost all of Ethereum's coins. All the coins on the Ethereum chain is being duplicated to include Hex.
Crazy.
so that means
You're getting a duplicate of all of your Hex in your bags and your stakes.
Oh man.
Yes.
Oh man.
duplicate of all your coins, right?
You're getting a double, bro.
That is lit. That is lit.
So all your stakes, all your t-shirts, everything.
Hey, if my man Richard is listening, man, pound to you, my God. That you are that guy.
Oh yeah.
Double the loot, bro. He doubled your bag.
Doubled it. For sure.
So there's going to be a period of time where when PulseChain launches, all of the tokens, to include PulseChain, will not have a value, right?
Wow.
Doesn't mean that it won't establish a value within seconds, right?
Really fast.
Or really fast. But depending on how long it takes, right? The Hex on the PulseChain side may be severely discounted and give you an opportunity to buy it. It's called P-Hex.
Okay.
So as you know, Hex right now is like what, 20 cents?
Yeah.
On the P side, it might be 2 cents. So if you got
a
yourself
lot more.
right, or a lot more, right? But all depends.
Right,
like
right.
it's all dependent on a lot of different factors. But there could be a moment of time where you can have like a little Goldilocks period, like a little keyhole, where you can have a shot to get like a 2-cent PX, or maybe less, or maybe more.
Without the Ethereum gas fees, without those fucking gas fees.
Yeah.
Yeah, those gas fees.
Wow.
Yup.
So
It's gonna be a lot of. It's gonna be a lot of big bags out here.
Well, it's going to enrich a lot of people. So if you
100%.
have like a small bag of fiat or anything else off to the side, you know, I would hold off a little bit just for that.
Yeah.
For that moment, not financial advice.
For sure.
Right.
Yeah.
But that, you always got to say that, bro. Like,
Yeah.
You gotta say a lot of smart people, right? This is an IQ test. Like if you're just screaming scam and hating on Richard because you hate Richard, you're missing out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
Exactly.
huge.
Yeah. Those that said that in the past that called Richard Hart a scammer have wrecked their communities pretty bad. You know, and a lot of people are coming to fruition. I mean, I know that Eric Wall recently, you know, said that, you know, he had to answer for saying it was the stupidest project or whatever, and he got screwed over for that. So, just saying.
They all do. They all will.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, boxing bullies. Let's shift focus into a charity.
Sure.
Because a lot of Hexicans are very giving to the to the space, right? What they do is they, you know, they provide finances, for example, like the Sense Foundation. But I know that you are, since you've mentioned you're you know, you're friends with Jake. Jake Paul founded the Boxing Bullies Foundation. So you want to go over what it is, or are you part of it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Boxing Bullies is pretty much a charity just for anybody. It can be a child. You know, this internet is different. I mean, just empowering just young kids that have been bullied over the internet. You know, not even person to person. You know what I mean? And just we're giving back to the boxing community as far as different gyms all over the world. Man, we're in Puerto Rico. We help, you know, the kids there, giving them the resources to have an adequate gym, you know, boxing gloves, some of the best equipment out there we've, you know, given out to these certain, you know, gyms around the area. And everywhere we touch, we're just trying to do it. We've done it in Miami, we've done it in Puerto Rico, and we're just gonna keep going. And we just empowering the youth, man. That's what it is, empowering the youth. And just trying to eliminate this bullying. You know, bullying comes in so many different fashions. You know, even on the internet, you know, kids can't post things without people leaving derogatory comments on it. You know, it's just all about that. So, you know, just trying to embrace the youngins coming up in the future of our this next generations to come. And yeah, just giving back through boxing.
Awesome. I absolutely love that we're taking the concept of a sport and we're taking this new culture that has come from you know, what's happening with Jake Paul, and I find it's very noble of him to create such a thing, because he has been bullied, right? Like I said, I followed him for a long time. And you know, when I saw him getting into boxing and you know, doing the thing with Deji and then Anison Gibb, and then who was it, Nate Robinson, then Ben Askren, and then now just Tyron Woodley. You know, I'm seeing the progression. I'm seeing how people are treating this guy, and overwhelmingly, I'm hearing from, you know, the community surrounding him, like, you know, oh, I wanted to see you get knocked out. You know, I want to see Jake Paul get knocked out, and he's just continuously fighting adversity. You know, I mean, it kind of sent a message when he knocked out Woodley, you know, on the second fight. It really sent a message saying, you know what, you know, I don't care what you got to say. I don't care if you call yourself the greatest or whatever. You could be a UFC champion, and you're known for striking, you know. And they keep on moving that goalpost for Jake. Like, oh, well, you never fought a real fighter. Then you fight Ben Askren. Well, Ben Askren, he's a grappler. He's not a striker. And then you fought Tyron Woodley. And then, well, you know, he was in the ropes. And remember they say he was in the ropes. And he didn't. And then he's just like, guy, I won against Tyrone. Well, it was by decision. And then they're like, well, fight a real boxer. And then Tyson Fury's Tommy Fury backed out. And then and then your camera. And then
there we go.
Yeah, it's cool. So and then like again, Tyrone Woodley came out and then he knocked him out. And I'm like, oh
yeah.
And I'm like, yes, Jake. You know, like I was screaming out of my chair. It was hilarious. But my point is, it's like every step of the way, it's like you move the goalpost, you move the goalpost, you move the and he's like he's tired of it, and I know why he's doing it. You know, I fought against bullying so much in my past, and were you able to see that video I sent you, or?
No, I didn't get a chance to check it out, but I will.
Okay, would you mind if I were to play it now, just so you can see like how passionate?
Yeah, let me check it out, please.
All right, let me. I'm gonna share my screen real quick, and then. Hold on 1 second. So let me share my sound. Okay. Now this video I made in 2016, dude.
Okay.
Right. This was before, like, I owned my own gaming community a long time ago. And are you familiar with a YouTuber by the name of Keemstar?
Yeah.
Okay. So this is about him.
Okay.
So here it is.
Specifically going to be for charity video, and it kind of sparked an interest to raise money for charity. The charity is obviously going to be anti-bullying, because most of YouTube now is about bullying, and the person that I am specifically going to be attempting to reach out to is Keemstar, the guy who is accused constantly of bullying people. Don't mind the cartoon in the background, it's for my...
So, how crazy is that?
Right.
That back in 2016, I wanted to do this, and when Jake Paul, and the reason why I love Jake Paul so much is because he's fighting the adversity. He's fighting against these people who want him to fail. You know, and back then YouTube was very, very, like, you know, toxic with Leafy and all these.
Oh yeah.
You remember, right?
yeah.
So this bullying stuff was going on, and Keemstar was toxic, man.
Yeah.
You know, so I called him out. As a matter of fact, I went in his stream and I got his attention during that time. And then he's like, YouTube boxing? No one's gonna watch that. And he just continued doing what he was doing. And now he can't stop talking about it.
That's crazy, right? He's even coming to the fights.
Yeah. Isn't that insane? And he talks so much crap. Oh, he used to talk so much crap about Jake Paul and Logan Paul. Yeah. But now he's like, you know what? They're doing great things. I love these guys.
Yeah. You know what? When you go against people, either you're gonna break them to where they love you, or break them to where they can't help but come out and say, "Hey, look, we gotta support this guy."
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
If you can't beat him, you join him.
100%. Listen, like I tell everybody, we are just getting started. You know, we haven't even scratched the surface yet. The work that we're putting in, the goals that we have, you know, and I always tell people, slow down. We're just getting started. All the people that you want us to fight, we will get there. You know, it's a marathon, not a sprint. Just slow down. You know, we're not afraid of anybody. We're not ducking and dodging anybody. We're just taking our time. And you know, Jake didn't go through the amateurs. We gotta take our time. Just slow down. But we'll get there. We have nothing but time. We'll get there. And when we do, we'll prove you all wrong like we have been. And eventually you'll love us.
Yeah.
You'll love us and you'll support us. And that's just what it is. So that's how this story will end. You know, the haters, it's a trend to hate the Paul brothers. It's a trend. It's no real reason why you don't like them, you know? Right. But it's a trend. People follow trends more than anything. People are not real. People are not leaders anymore. You know what I mean? And so that's just what it is. And with Boxing Bullies, man, we just want to empower everybody. It don't matter what you're doing. You don't have to be a YouTuber. You don't have to be, you know what? Build your confidence, believe in yourself. You can achieve anything out there, you know, and forget the people that, learn to step around the people that don't support you and have things to say, because most are not brave enough to do what you're doing. You know, they don't have the confidence in themselves, so that it's better to try to bring you down versus doing what you're doing or supporting what you're doing.
So
That's
true.
how it is.
So true. Yeah. So you're training Jake Paul.
Yeah, we train, man. I'm about to get ready to head back to Puerto Rico. I had some time with the family. Head back to Puerto Rico, and we just get sharp. That's it. Period. We just stay in the gym. We live in the boxing gym.
Yeah, that's the sacrifice. You know, a lot of people don't
Yeah.
understand how much of a sacrifice that is. And
Yeah.
Jake Paul, he said it many times, and I'm sure you've heard it many times, that like, you know, this is not a game, right? This is he's out there, he's secluded, he's segregated outside. I mean, when he went to Big Bear, he did the same thing in the mountains, and now he's doing the same thing in Puerto Rico. Just secluding himself away from family, away from partying and all that stuff, and he's laser focused.
Yeah.
You know,
and it's crazy, right? Because he's still young. He just turned 25, but you know, he just wants more. You know, like I said, we always say it's just not enough. You know, we had this taste of this new success, and it's not enough. You know, we want more, and it's not that we want more success. We just want to keep. If you say we can't do it, we will do it. Oh, you didn't knock out Tyrone Woodley. Okay, let's find him again, and we knock out Tyrone Woodley. Don't worry about it. It's okay. You know, we don't doubt it. We know what we're doing. We know the work that we're putting in. So, you know what I mean? We don't doubt it. A lot of people say, oh, you not worried? Worried about what? You know, we put the work in. You know, we bring in we bring in world champions, and these world champions are sparring this kid that you call a YouTuber and not a real boxer. This dude is holding his own, and this dude is learning. He's a sponge, and he's at it every day. If he had a bad day tomorrow, he's gonna make it a good day the next day. That's how he is.
that's so awesome, man. I'm so happy to hear that, man.
Yeah.
That you guys are putting in that hard work and really, you know, doing the good, you know, like bringing adoption to boxing, bringing adoption to, you know, to Hex, like I mentioned. It's all coming together, and you know, you're laser focused for a reason, and nothing is by mistake. Nothing. This is all. This is all.
Just like that video you just showed. Nothing is by mistake.
Exactly. It served a purpose from 2016 till now. I mean that's so mind-boggling, right?
Yeah.
I never thought I would ever have the opportunity to show that video to a professional boxer. Right?
Cool.
That's
so
insane. I was in my, you know, I used to live in a really bad neighborhood, and that's where I was at that point. Until recently, believe it or not. I really, you know, was struggling back then. But you know, my sole focus was there's too much bullying. I need to solve this problem.
Yeah.
And
you wasn't thinking about yourself and, you know, your hardship. You were thinking about other people and their hardship. So that's why you're gonna continue to be blessed, and you're gonna reap the rewards for it.
I appreciate that, man. You know, there's a lot of that, and my son, I have a 6-year-old. You know, I don't want him to grow up in a world where he's gonna have to, you know, worry about getting bullied and stuff like that. Yeah. Because we all know. I mean, and before I even started, the reason why I got into any type of combative sports was because I was bullied when I was like, you know, 7 years old. And then when I was 8, my mom was like, "We gotta do something. You're getting your butt beat back in middle school. Like, you know, go into kickboxing and mixed martial arts." And that's what I did, and it gave me the confidence, and I beat some ass in grade school and then high school, and I got respect. You know.
Yeah, for sure.
That's, you know, people try you, as you know, and you just have to, you know,
make an example out of them. That's all.
And in the army too, the same thing was in the military. Like, people tried me, and I'm like, guy, you need to stop. And then, you know, we go into the shower and we fight. Like, that's how it is. It's the fight game. So
you got that grit.
Yeah. Dude, oh man, I would love to train with you guys one day. Like, just to get in the gym and see, you know, like go in and you know, experience like hard work like that, you know, like, because there's a difference between professional training and you know, just training in a gym.
No, for sure. Yeah. Anytime.
One day I'd love to, really. I'll take you up on that. Go to Puerto Rico.
All right.
So in terms of fighter pay, let's pivot to that.
Yeah.
Jake Paul has been very noble in fighting for something that hits home to me because I come from the mixed martial arts community, which is the UFC fighter pay. What is your opinion on that?
I totally agree with him, man. Look, as a fighter, like I said, one punch can end it all. And you got these guys that are kicking, kneeing, submitting, choking, all these different type of ways to hurt a man and women. You know what I mean? And they're not reaping the full benefits. And this is just for people's entertainment, And then we talking about a multi-billion-dollar industry, and you barely, it's like a circus. It's like you're barely paying your acts, you know what I mean? And which is terrible. These guys got to go home. Some don't even get to enjoy the money that they have. Most are spent on bills in hospitals or, whatever may go on. And they're not able to, they should be rewarded much more than what they are. So I agree with Jake 100% as far as fighter pay. Pay these guys, There would be no UFC and MMA fighters if you know what I mean, if it wasn't for pay. Pay these guys, there wouldn't
they're
be
risking their lives, right?
Yeah, they're putting their lives on the line for other people's entertainment. Pay these guys.
Well, I don't know if you've seen recently, there's a bunch of UFC fighters, and one of the biggest names recently broke his leg, Conor McGregor. And that just goes to show there's a lot of injury involved, and I'm hearing that they don't even get medical benefits.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't know how that works for the as far as the UFC or any of those organizations, Bellator or anything like that. But it's unfortunate, man. You got some of the most watched and the most entertainment combat sports out there, and these guys are getting pennies for it. Even the heavyweight championship that just passed. You know what I mean? You got this guy that's the creme de la creme at the top of the game, and you barely want to pay him, but you're sitting on billions and billions of dollars. You can't pay these guys.
Yeah, that's bizarre to me, man. I can't get behind that. At all.
No, it sucks, and I feel like the more we speak about it, the more we bring it to the light. Yeah, things hopefully can change, but Jake is doing other things. He goes to the point where he's investing into the mother company that run, that's over the UFC to try to make some things change. People thought it was a joking about money. Jake's been rich a long time ago.
Right. Absolutely.
So it's not about money.
He's making a change.
It's about making a change. And now that he sees what these fighters go through, even fighters that that are about to fight for the championship in whatever division that they're in, they can't even go through a fighter camp because they don't have money to do so.
Right.
So they can't properly train for this big fight. Because and they lose, and now they're back down at the totem pole. It just sucks.
Yikes.
So, it sucks, but, what he's doing is great. And a lot of people think it's about him or he's not really. Listen, this kid talks about this stuff all day. This woman, he's even donated to, donated money to, I can't remember the woman's name. She's an MMA fighter. She couldn't get through camp because she didn't have the money. So he donated the money to her. He's even took money out of his own purse to give it to his undercard, to help these guys eat,
Right. Yeah. I saw that.
Yeah. So he's really serious about it, and we are behind him with it. So, I definitely agree with him.
It sucks because Dana White, and it really, really bothers me when he was saying, he was making fun of Jake, saying, "Oh, you didn't sell that many pay-per-views," and it's bro, he's trying to pay people. What do you?
Yeah.
You should encourage him to get more pay-per-views because it's bringing more eyes to both sports.
Yeah.
He's fighting a UFC fighter, bro.
Yeah.
What are you doing? It's like a guy's a greedy elitist kinda. I'm gonna stay rich up here. My fighters are gonna be poor, and the second somebody speaks out against my system, then I'm gonna go ahead and badmouth you if you didn't, if you didn't make that money, even though it's supporting my fighters, right? Because
Right.
these fighters are getting way more money that they've ever received in the UFC by boxing,
Yeah.
by fighting
Yeah,
on this big
boxing
stage.
is it. And that's what I was saying. Yo, you guys think you can fight? Come over to boxing. This is where they jump in the octagon. We get paid over here, so come join us. You know?
Right. Yeah, and I hear boxer pays, like, you know, even at a lower level when you're not fighting a championship, you're getting paid good.
No. Boxing treats you well.
Yeah.
And it wasn't always like that, but obviously there was some changes made. You know, you get with some of the best in the game. You know, you got Floyd's, you got all these guys that are, you know, that are making real money. You know, they fight for their fighters to make money. You know, they know they have children. They know the sacrifices these guys have to go through. So yeah, you know, that's a major thing.
Yeah, for sure. It's, you know, there's a lot of sacrifice involved, and you know, boxing. I don't think boxing was really suffering the way that people were trying to say it was. It still had some pungency to it. You know, with the Pacquiao's back in the day, were still fighting, and you know, sure. I know Floyd was still fighting back when they were starting to say it was like not really working, but it was doing well, I think. But certainly this new light that Jake Paul has brought, you know, this new spin on it, where it's a YouTube boxing, you know, that started the overall interest, right? And now, you know, now people are watching like the Tyson Furies and the Anthony Joshuas and the, you know, and the Canelo Alvarez. You know, those are really big names that are now like the pay-per-views are going through the roof for, you know?
Yeah.
So, but he's not counting that. He's, you know, Dana White is not counting any of that. He's just, you know, he's discrediting it like, oh, boxing was dying. But then again, in a press conference, Dana White was glorifying Canelo Alvarez.
Yeah.
You know, when he
100%.
won his last fight. So it's like, you know, it's such a double standard with that guy. It really annoys me. But good on Jake for calling it out, and really good on Jake for being the type of person that he is to do all these great things for fighters. You know.
I feel like just support the kid, because he's doing so much good. You know, he can be out here doing some dumb shit, but he's actually out here serving a real purpose. You know what I mean? Just get behind him, man. You know, take the time out to stop following the trend and actually get behind him, see what he's doing, support him, and it's just all to make things better. That's it.
So true, man. And that's such a true statement. And it's like you said, like, you know, until you do it, you don't, you know, there is a lot of people don't know what it is to be in a ring or an octagon, right? So like you gain a respect by doing it, right? You understand fight stamina. You understand fight IQ. You understand it's not just swinging, right? It's not so easy when you're actually in the ring. You know, when you get hit once a good time, how do you breathe to like recover, right? There's recovery breath. Like you need to, these are all fundamentals that you need to learn, and a lot of people are just like, you can get in a ring and fight, and like, look at him, Jake Paul is a YouTuber. Like, no, like the kid's training 24/7.
Yeah.
Like, the sacrifices, even that beyond soldiers, right?
Yeah.
I mean, at least with soldiers, we can go home with our families when we're not, you know, in Afghanistan or fighting a war.
Yeah.
Right. So that's, you know, it's important to really understand that. So let's ask Hexy Quinn. Hexy, what do you think, since you have boxing experience or any type of like combative?
I boxed my upstairs neighbor once.
So Hexy, you as a person who hasn't experienced the combative sport before, like, would you think, like, what is your understanding of how a person acts in the ring, or what are the trials and tribulations in your eyes that somebody has to go through?
I have no fucking idea. I have no.
That's my point, right?
Yeah.
They have no idea. So it proves the point where people don't really understand, or don't even understand like even nutrition, right? Nutrition's a big part of it. Or cutting weight. You know, people
full-time job, I'm sure.
Oh, it's 2-3 full-time jobs.
And overtime.
Yeah.
Right? So
man, a person don't know what it's like to lose that weight.
Right, and losing that weight, you almost damn near pass out when you're even like doing the weigh-in.
Oh yeah, man. Especially if you're not doing it right. Yeah, for sure. But That's tough. That's a job in itself. That's a lot. A lot of people don't realize that is the hardest part of boxing, losing the weight.
That is so true. So, as far as like, Jake Paul and what you're doing with the camp and Boxing Bullies, what do you think would be a good way that the Hexicans can help out? Since you have helped us out with like the Hex logo and everything, what can we do to help your cause?
And just stay tuned into all our upcoming events. You can check it out on boxingbullies.com. Just check us out, man. Whatever you feel is necessary that you want to do, maybe you've been in that situation or you can relate to it in some kind of way. Whatever you want to do, there is no particular thing. Just stay tuned on our events. We always in a city or state near you. If it's something you want to add or come in and add to it, so you're always available to do that. We're an open book. We love the community, man, and like I said, we just appreciate the support, and I appreciate all you guys and what you do, and I'm gonna continue to help and blast you guys the same because we are one.
Yes.
And that's it, man. That's all.
That's awesome, man. I always like to go by this saying. It's one hand washes the other, right? So 100%. since you are doing this for us here at Discourse Syndicate, I want to start doing things to help your cause, such as that foundation or whatever Jake Paul's doing or whatever you'd like to do. We should certainly kindle that relationship where, like I said earlier, everybody eats. And if your foundation needs that kind of support, like you said, boxingbullies.com. Go ahead and is there a donation page there?
I would check. I'm not sure exactly, but whatever it is, I'll post it up and go check it out myself. And whatever I can post up, and you guys just check it out. You'll see it from there.
Okay.
Yeah, let us know, because once you stick a Hexican on anything, like we'll light it up. So
that's cool.
Let us know.
No problem.
So plug your Twitter, so this way people know where to find you.
At JLeon Love on Twitter. That's pretty much all my handles. At JLeon Love on Instagram. It's pretty much all I got. Twitter and Instagram. But man, anything you hit me up, I try to, respond back. I'm just a regular person. You know what I mean? I just try to show love to my supporters and, obviously our community of being a Hexican. So, I get a lot of tweets and, a lot of things are funny and, people ask certain questions and I try to answer them. So, yeah, man, I'm just one of you. I'm riding this train with you guys. I'm not the conductor. I'm a passenger just like you, but we're all together. You know what I mean? We're looking out for each other. So I'm down with, I'm with you just as same as you with me.
That's awesome, man. Not a lot of people are humble like that. So that's amazing that you're doing that for us here on Discourse Syndicate and all the Hexicans, because this here is a central hub for most Hexicans. A lot of personalities come here to stream. So Discourse Syndicate is like, Richard Hart has been on here. All of the OGs have been on Discourse Syndicate. So that's where a lot of people come for their information.
That's cool, man. And even if other people in the community have things going on, please let me know. I'll support it.
Awesome, man. Awesome. Question. So for the newbies of people who want to get into boxing, do you have anything to tell them as far as like advice? Boxing is all up to you, man. It's a pretty black and white. Put that work in, day in and day out. The days that you don't want to work, go work and make it work and work harder. Eat, sleep, and shit this, if you want to become the best, you got to train like the best, study the game, old fights to new fights, you know what I mean? Like I said, just live as an athlete, and that's going to take you where you need to be. So Will Smith said some wise words once. You know where this is going, Hexy. So,
No.
Yeah, I've said it with you before.
Okay.
So Will Smith I'm going to quote him, and what he said was, it was a story of a young boy or a young man that was a prospect trying to learn how to be successful. So he goes to a wise man and he says, "Hey, wise man, can you teach me how to be successful?" And he's like, "All right, meet me at the beach, and I'll tell you then, like in the morning." He's like, "Okay." So he meets the guy at the beach the next day, and the wise man brings the guy into water all the way until the water is up to his chin, and then he pushes his head underwater to the point where he's about to drown. And then the young man gets his head out of the water. He goes, "What are you doing? You almost drowned me." And he said, only when you feel like success is the need to breathe, then you will be successful. So you literally want to, you literally need to eat, breathe, sleep. What you, like you said, like boxing.
You want if you want success, you gotta want it as much as you want to breathe. 100%. If you want success, and that's in anything. I don't care if it's YouTube. I don't care if it's, your vlogs. I don't care if it's a sport, crypto, and whatever it is. If you want to succeed, if you want to be successful, if you don't know it, if you haven't studied and became a professional at it, and you don't need no type of tutelage to do it, you just need to work and learn and study it.
So true.
That's it, and you'll get there. And you crawl before you walk, so it takes time, but stick with it.
Yeah.
It's a marathon, not a sprint.
So something interesting for you, that you're probably gonna like. I'm pulling up a thing on my stream here. Now, if you see in my camera, there is a world champion boxer by the name of Chantel Cameron. Are you familiar with her?
No, I'm not.
So Hex Toys, who is one of the main NFT creators for Hexicans, he has NFTs for Richard Hart, for Hexologist, and RG3, and other Hexicans that are OGs in the game that have been from the start. So through his brand, he partnered with this championship boxer. So awesome stuff here that we are reaching into the Hex community, the boxing community, because we believe that, again, as it's becoming newer and hipper with what Jake Paul is doing, it is something that not only through Hex Toys, but through this stream here with you, that we're trying to reach your community. So I thought maybe you would find that pretty cool.
That's pretty cool, man. And shout out to, I want to said it. We have a Most Valuable Promotion, which is Jake's promotion company. We just signed the biggest female fight to date. Katie Taylor, which is a UK fighter who's one of the best.
Wow. Okay.
And Amanda Serrano.
Yes, I saw her fight.
Yes, she's a beast. They'll be fighting for for pretty much for, the best, the creme de la creme, the talk of the talk, that spot. It's the biggest female fight to take place. So you guys tap in, we'll be promoting that as well. So, if you want to tap into our community, we're not all about the men fighting. We do love the women too, because they do the same. They put their lives on the line, and they got some hell of a talent. So check out Amanda Serrano versus Katie Taylor. It's gonna be a crazy event. We'll be promoting it. You'll see me tweeting about it as well. So check it out.
Dude, I can't wait. Amanda Serrano, I'm very, very passionate about. I know I saw her in the press conferences with Jake Paul. She's in Puerto Rico with you guys, right?
Yeah. Well, she pops in here and there. She's out of New York and Puerto Rico. So
Yeah, she's a beast, man. So if you guys want, I mean, we can certainly get on a call, after this stream sometime, and we can, exchange, numbers and get to know these people, because they all can benefit from this, as you know.
For sure.
Hex, PulseChain, PLSX, and PHEX. And there's a lot of good information that we can convey to your network. So.
For sure, man. I'm open to it. Let's do it.
Hell yeah, man. You want any last words to the chat aside from because we're gonna close?
I love y'all. You know, Hexagon, stand up, man.
Well, I'm watching the chat, and they love you. They love you. So
yeah. Shout out to all my Hexagons, man. Y'all know what it is. It's all love. You know, like I said, we are one. We gonna back each other and look out for each other. And you know, it's just the beginning. Stay patient. It's coming. Our time is coming.
Oh man, you got me pumped, bro.
Yeah.
Dude, JLeon, you know, thank you so much. We'll get on the call, you know, after I conclude here. But just to say this publicly, man, thank you so much for what you do. When I saw you with that hat, you have no idea how you just became my new favorite fighter. Like you became my favorite. I'm like, dude, I don't care about anyone else. JLeon's that guy. Even like, I mean, you know, the greats are the greats, but I'm saying in our present day, dude, you're doing such great work. Thank you for what you've done. I know Richard Hart praised what you did as well. So you definitely have a footprint in our community, and you have a spot here on our streams anytime you want, bro. Really.
Appreciate you so much, man. Thank you.
No problem. Hexy?
I'm just so thankful he passed that IQ test, and he's here with us, and he's down to do whatever we're doing.
Yeah, let's do it.
Look, the fight IQ also persists in fighting against the futters.
Right.
By the way, have you checked? So, closing question: have you checked the Furu's eulogy?
Nope.
Oh, we gotta close like that. So this is where all the Hexagon OGs came together, and we did a music video with one of the prominent Hexagon rappers, Freddie Quotes.
Okay.
That, you know, it was burying all the Furus, the fake gurus, we call them.
Yeah.
We're burying them and saying, you know what, you're done. We won the fight because you were talking all this shit about Hex. And it was a great video. You want to watch it?
Yes.
Awesome. All right, so we'll close out like that. I'm gonna play the Furu's eulogy by Freddie Quotes. So
let's get it.
Hi guys.
All right, let me go to do this.
Yeah.
You're gonna love this. I'm telling you right
cool.
now. Furu's eulogy. All right.
I was telling you.
Here we go. And then here we go.
How you are going to either get a cease and desist order.
Great. Get on cease and desist.
I think really Hex is having a negative impact on his confidence.
This confirms your scam. That this is a.
So if people exchange their
pump and dump bullshit that I thought were. The only thing I'm amazed about, and the thing I give you a bit of credit for, that is if you found enough morons.
The rise of smart contracts has actually led to a variety of much more sophisticated looking Ponzi and pyramid schemes.
The scam is called Hex and offers 40% interest. I've been seeing a ton of comments asking my thoughts on Hex. And I do agree, it is bullshit. It is trash. It is a scam.
Sorry, Richard, this is the dumbest fucking thing I've ever heard in my entire life.
So that guy, by the way, is Eric Wall, who just said that.
Okay.
And he had to answer for saying that exact phrase.
The TikToker, right?
Eric, I think he's a TikToker. I'm not sure.
Yeah. I see him a lot. Yeah.
Bro, we came together to do this. We all flew from everywhere to do this. These are all OG Hexagons, man. Oh, bro. Who's that guy? Let's go, Freddie!
Alright, I'm through with waiting. I lost my fucking patience. Excuse my language, these furus have got me nauseated. While they continue hating, their ignorance is blatant. We keep setting record highs cause we ain't fucking playing. I could name names, but they'll remain nameless. Why give shine to a bunch of dudes that made arrangements to boost views and followers through their paid engagement? 200,000 fans with 5 likes, they're fake famous. You think you sound smart? We're fucking sick of you. Keep on using big words, pretending that you're critical. Pay attention and be careful what they feeding you. Fake gurus keep feeding you shit on social media. You know you telling lies, but you still do it. Afraid to go against the grain because you'll lose influence. The truth is, all you care about is views, and while you're YouTubing, your viewers will listen because they're too stupid. And the ones who made you, expecting you to stay true and do what's in their best interest because they join your paid group. They do whatever you say just to make gains, but it's too big a risk to pick up pennies from the freight trains. We ain't gonna listen, so fuck your kook opinion. A bunch of villains getting murdered from the old dominion. I told you motherfuckers pay attention, we was winning, but now your time is up. For me, this is just the beginning. And now my only mission, to break the algorithm and take control and show the rest of crypto what they're missing. Already made my riches, so now the rest should listen. Sit down, bitches, it's time to review your definitions. You missed the boat, you shit the bed. You fucking retarded comparing Hex to Big Connect. Didn't do your homework and now you're awestruck. One was vaporware, but Hex is a finished product. Stop it, drop it, just admit that you flop, bitch. Freddy Coates is back on my, shut him down, open up shop shit. Don't give a fuck about your feelings if you got hit. I'm going all in, I'm thinking you should go to Nomics. Why don't you step down, make way for the new kids? We on the block, Richard Hawks on some new shit. Bought my mom a new car, you riding in your Mars with. $1 million crib, I can show you how to floss, bitch. Before I even started, already knew we won. You get the unfiltered truth, cause I don't need the front. Subscribe below because I need to buy food for my son. I don't need to rap, bitch, I do this for fun. We be setting record highs, you gon' run and hide. Promoting lies, completely miss the magic carpet ride. Mad that you broke and we all got rich. I done cashed out mega millions, jackpot, bitch. We follow Richard to the promised land. You still follow promise coins, buying earmuffs to block out all the noise. Pulse about to blow, you should sit tight. Only Richard you likes getting crammed down your windpipe. Never been hacked, never down for a second. No matter how hard these furu clowns try to affect it. Never have to question if I said it, just respect it. We're effective, Hex is here to stay, I think you get the message. And CMC can gatekeep, we don't give a fuck. And goes to Hex hating bitch, they can lick our nuts. And to the rest of these bitch hoes that tiptoe, I'ma continue to rip throats. Freddie Quotes, the best rapper in crypto.
That was hard. That was hard. That was hard.
So that's the type of talent that we have in the community, man. The hustle is there. We are working our asses off to get Hex viral, man. And anything like what you're doing is exactly needed, man. So this is the perfect storm. So
no doubt.
Thank you again, man. Chat, sorry you didn't get to talk to him, man. This was just too good of a conversation. You get to talk to him later, all right? When he talks to RG3.
Tell him hit me up on Twitter, man. Y'all know it. Holla at me. What's up?
Yeah, and I'll give you an invite to the Hex Villains chat. I have a chat on Twitter.
All right, sounds good, brother. Appreciate it.
Awesome. All right, guys. We'll catch you later. Thursday, 7 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Make sure you subscribe down below, like the content, and, tell your friend and your grandma.